Hello, my dear student, class 9. Now, today I am going to discuss about the last text that is Hunting Snake, lesson 12. So, hunting snake, it is actually described that a snake, in a movement to kill a prey, a snake is searching his prey. Written by Judith, Wright. So before going to the lesson, total poetry, I want to little bit discuss about the poet, that is Judith Wright. He was born in 1915. Judith earned to Wright. Judith Arndell to Wright. 1915, and he was died in 2000. Was an Australian poet and environmentalist. Among several collection of her poetry, she was the most notable. Her notable work are The Moving Image, Woman to Man, The Gateway, and many more. This is, the great poetess. She was really appreciate the conservation of the animal planet. She believes the protection of nature means the protection of yourself. Being an environmentalist, she published her first book, that is The Moving Image, in 1946. 1953, The Gateway. 1959, Woman and Man. And 1955, that is Two Flies. That great woman, Judith Arndell Wright, he was in this earth 85 years. That a great poet actually exposes her experience about the environment, about the protection of mankind and the nature, and for that she got the Queen's Gold Medal in 1991. So my dear students, this is just a little bit information about Judith Wright, and she wrote so many poetry and story about the children also. Her contribution to the poetry actually aware the people of Australia and the whole world that how we protect the nature from any kinds of hazard, any kind of environmental pollution. So through this poetry, we will also aware about the importance of nature. Otherwise, we can't believe in this. We can't live in this earth properly. Now, hunting snake. A snake who look for his prey, gently moving one side to another side through the grass. At that moment, the narrator, or you can say the poet, and his onlookers watch the flickering tongues of the fierce animal, that how he is very much targetful to his prey. And it looks very splendid appearance through the grassland when the snake was moving on, how determined he is to catch the prey. So that's throughout the poetry we'll watch that it's a description about the hunting snake. So one way that idle is appropriate. So before going to the discussions of each line of the poetry, I think you need a little bit knowledge about the different nature. So you know how nature is important to us. If you are not aware about the nature, so nature will not be protected to us in the future. Now, 3-4 questions is there. You just try to write down this one. Who is Judith Wright? What for he was famous in the world? What's the message do we get from his writings? এবং পড়তে পড়তে আমি কিছু কোশ্চেন তোমাদেরকে বলবো. You will just write down this one. Now let's start. This is the following poems describes the poet's experience of watching a black snake as it makes its way across an area of grassland. The poet looks on fascinated as the snake hunts for food and finally disappears. So, my dear students, this is actually giving a right experience in the adventurous journey of the writer of the poet regarding a black snake who is searching the prey on the way of his journey, and how it was dangerous, how they were watching all these incident properly from very near to the grassland, and that was described here. It's an amazing experience, and you will also enjoy it through the lesson. Sun warmed in the late season's crest, under the autumn's gentlest sky, we walked and rose up through a pace, the great black snake went rolling by. This is the first stanza, and this first stanza in 4 lines provide you the information that it is a season of autumn. It's the autumn season, late autumn. And what happened? This autumn season, grass under the autumn's gentle sky. It's a favorable season for everyone. After a long sleep, now the snake are coming out from their hole. So under the autumn's gentle sky, and sky is very attractive. It's gentle, bhodro. It's looking good, attractive, enchanting to you. We walked and trudged up through a pass. Hop through a pass. It's a phrase. It means the middle of the path. We walked and trudged, hop through a pass. Suddenly, on the way to the middle of the path, we stopped, we froze, we actually stand still. And what? The great black snake went reeling by. What for? We are actually froze. কোশ্চেনগুলো কিন্তু লিখে লিখে যাবে. আমি যে কোশ্চেনগুলো পড়াতে পড়াতে বলছি, unknowingly you just write down this question, because the great black snake went reeling by. It was moving, reeling. It's moved on curved manner, curved way, one side to another side. তাহলে ফার্স্ট stanza কি দাঁড়ালো? The first stanza provide you the information that once upon a time in a late season of autumn, the poet and his man were going through the forest. On the way, they were very much attractive with the gentlest sky. Just on that moment, when they were walked through the jungle in the middle of the path, they were frozen, they were stand still, because they have seen a great black snake which was rolling by, which was moving from one side to another side. Now the second, head down, tongue flickering on the trail, he quested through the parting grass. Sun gazed his calves of diamond scale, and we lost breath to see him pass. It's a real descriptions in the second paragraph, the appearance of the black snake. What is the appearance? Head down, tongue flickering. The black snake is moving by downing the head, and sometimes his tongue is flickering. That means it's backward and forward it's the quick movements of the tongue. তার জিভটা একবার বের করছে, একবার ঢোকাচ্ছে on the trail, on this path. He quested through the parting grass. What does he is now searching? He was searching something through the divided grass, to the both way, which actually divided here and there, both way, just middle of that path. Meaning গুলো একটু তার মধ্যে তোমরা দেখে নেবে. Through this path, he is actually search his prey. And what is the next one? Sun gazed his carbs of diamond scale. And it's looking very beautiful when the sun shines on its scale, diamond shaped scales of its body. Means when the bright sunlight actually fall on this diamond scale, it's glazed. It's actually sparkling, and we lost breath to see him pass. In certain situation, the poet and his man really lost his breath. They really stand by like a statue, because they are highest fearfulness after watching this huge snake with its great appearance. The second stranger, what does the second stranger actually provide you? The second stranger provide you that the great black snake is moving throughout the path, parting grass by flickering its tongue from one side to another side and searching something just one side to another side of the path. And in that time, after watching all this situation, the poet and his man really are fearful. That means lost breath to see him pass. They were not moving a single movement. They were totally a statue on that situation. What track he followed? What small food of lead living from his fierce intent? We scarcely thought still as we stood, our eyes went with him as he went. That's the natural description here. What track he followed? Means the poet and his man actually observed the great black snake, in which way he is going. He is just actually targeting his prey, the small food. Fled living from his fierce intent. He has a very ferocious, intense and ferocious mind. Why? Because at any cost, that black snake with a diamond shaped scale wants to attack its prey at any cost. He doesn't mind to anywhere. Its intention is very clear. He just wanted to kill the prey. We scarcely thought still as we stood. It's never been very easy. It's never been easy to think what he will do, where he will go, how it would move. কোন দিকে যাবে, কিভাবে যাবে, এটা বলা খুব কঠিন on that time in this jungle. Our eyes went with him as he went. যেদিকে সে যাচ্ছে, in which way the black snake is moving on, we are going on that moment. So what is the learning do you get if you are falling in that kind of situations in your life in an unknown places? What will you do? You just calm and quiet. Be careful about the activities of the animal, and please stand your eyes, gaze your eyes towards the animals, what he is doing. Otherwise, what would be happens? Nothing. You just be bitten. You just be in the problems of life. So be careful about in these situations, because on that time the animals are really hard determined to grab its aim, to grab its that is to grab its prey, nothing else. And whatever could be happen, who is in front of it, nobody will be survive on that time. Cold, dark, and splendid, he was gone into the grass and hid his prey. We took a deeper breath of day, looked at each other, and went on. Cold, dark, and splendid. These adjectives actually give you the nice descriptions that the poet and his man actually got some relief when they have seen that the prey is hidden inside the grass and the snake is moving towards the prey. It was quite, relief to them after watching that the huge snake is moving towards its prey, except to going towards them. And in that situations, they were actually got relief. They actually got some braveness. Yes, we took a deeper breath of day, looked at each other, and went on. And ultimately, the poet and his man start to the journey with a great rhythm of breathe. They actually start their journey towards through the jungle. So that was a very cautious one journey. It's a risky, dangerous, but if you are real cautious, you can overcome any kinds of situations in your life. So that was the summary. You just try to write down the summary of this poetry in each stanza, and I hope it will give you the more power and efficiency about it. Next day, I will discuss all about the question answer, one after another, and the writing skill, that a reporting and a summary. I think you will do all this properly, and question answer. Now write down some questions what I am giving to you. কিছু question আমি দিয়ে যাচ্ছি. How was the appearance of the snake? How was the appearance of the snake? What is the movement of the snake? What did the poet and his man? What did the poet and his man doing after watching this huge snake? How was the weather on that day? How was the weather on that day? Why did the poet and his man stop to take the breath? When did the poet and her man took the breath again? What is the experience do you get when you will fishing in that kinds of situations in your life? Thank you very much for watching this. I will give you the next day with a different explanation with all sorts of questions. Thank you very much for watching this channel.